Chief, I don't know what to say.
Well, just tell me how he is. Mr. Clampett.
Oh, fine. Granny and Jethro are on a little visit back to the hills.
What?
Oh, it's all right. Mr. Clampett is still here.
And there's money?
Still here. Ellie Mae's still here, too.
Good.
She's doing the cooking.
Ellie is cooking?
Yes.
Well, quick, we've got to get up there.
Why?
Mr. Clampett might eat some.
Sit down, Paul. Everything's ready. I've been cooking all morning.
You have, huh?
Yes, sir. I want a big batch of pork chops and homemade biscuits and gravy.
Well, let's see now. That's a pretty fair-looking done-to-a-turn pork chop.
That's a biscuit. This is the pork chops in this dish with the cover on it. How many would you like?
Well, I believe I'll start out with a couple of these biscuits. You didn't set a place for yourself.
Well, it's a funny thing, Paul. Being in the kitchen so much just kind of took my appetite. When I cook it, I don't care too much to eat it.
Ellie, you know, a girl as pretty as you oughtn't to waste your time cooking.
I don't mind, Paul, now that I'm getting good at it. Well, I'll fetch you some gravy.
Fine.
Would you like it on your biscuit?
All right. Kind of set up on you, too.
I know how you like your gravy thick. Paul, you sure put that away.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, that was some meal.
I bet you're an eater.
Well, now, Ellie, I ain't really very hungry.
Chocolate sauce on it.
Chocolate sauce, huh?
Yeah, and I know how you like that.
I do for a fact. Well, fetch it up. Well, doggy.
I'll dash around back. Oh, I hope you're not too late.
Chief, you're over-dramatizing the situation. Ellie's cooking isn't that bad. Why, I remember a meatloaf she cooked once. It was... Oh, I hope we're not too late.
By doggy, that was a mighty tasty dessert.
Well, I guess you wasn't just funny when you said what you did about chocolate sauce.
What'd I say?
Well, you always said you could eat sawdust if it had chocolate sauce on it.
Hey, mate, you didn't feed me chocolate-covered sawdust, did you?
Of course not, Paul.
Good.
That was last night's meatloaf.
Meatloaf?
Remember, you said it was so good you was going to save it for dessert.
Am I too late?
I'm afraid so.
Okay, Miss Jane. There's a whole dish of pork chops here.
We got company. Why don't you run up and put on a nice, pretty dress?
Oh, yes, sir, Paul.
Mr. Clampett, are you all right?
Sure, I'm fine, thanks. Glad to see you back, Mr. Drysdale.
I just heard about Ellie cooking. Miss Hathaway should have told you to take your meals out.
Well, I have been taking them out and burying them.
What are you living on?
Well, Granny left enough victuals for a couple of weeks, but since that run out, it's been mostly roots and berries. And there is a squirrel I'm right beholden to for nuts.
That's terrible.
That's all right. I'll make it up to him.
No, starting right now, you're eating at my house.
Well, that's awful nice of you, but I wouldn't want to hurt Ellie's feelings. She's trying her best. Besides, I look for Granny and Jethro back any time now.
Did you arrange their transportation?
Well, no, Mr. Clampett said it had been taken care of.
Oh, they're traveling first class, of course.
Oh, sure. They took the truck.
They should be flying.
They probably are. You can't go too fast for Granny.
Come on, Jethro. We're getting close to home. Faster, faster. Come on, boy. We're putting near to the top of the hill. Hold on.
Granny, if I give out, this thing will roll back on me.
No, it won't. I got the brake on.
Well, let it off. Let it off.
Did I take it out of gear, too?
Yeah. Ah! Hold it, Granny.
of you to fret over me, but I'll hold out till Granny and...
Put on the brake, Granny.
Hot doggies, I believe that's them now.
I'm tired of your backseat driving.
Truck sure is running quiet. He's here, all right. Well, come on. We's glad to, where's your Granny?
Right here, where I got stowed when that loudmouth smacked into Miss Jane's car.
Granny!
Why didn't you put on your brake?
I couldn't reach him. I was running alongside, hanging onto the steering wheel.
Boy, that ain't no way to drive.
But, Uncle Jed,
You might have hurt your Granny pitching her 10, 12 feet like that.
But, Uncle Jed,
And look at your shoes. You done wore them clean down to your pink socks.
What pink socks? Them's my feet.
Calls himself a driver. The minute he takes the wheel, wham, he smacks into something.
Now, Granny, the boy has learned his lesson. From now on, he's going to drive sitting in the seat like other folks.
But, Uncle Jed, I wasn't driving. I was pushing.
Pushing?
Yes, sir, Miss Jane. Been pushing ever since the truck give out on us at the city limits.
Los Angeles or Beverly Hills?
San Bernardino.
San Bernardino.
Why, that's 50 miles.
Yeah, thank goodness it was all freeway.
That's it. I set it right down there, boys. Thank you. Where's Jethro?
He's going to finish unloading the truck, Granny.
Fine, fine. Now, gather round. There's presents for everybody. Now, the first is for Ellie Mae.
Oh, thank you, Granny.
It's from your Aunt Pearl. It's a party dress. Pearl sewed it all by hand, every stitch.
Earl's Modiste.
Let's see it, Ellie.
Beautiful.
It is for a fact, Ellie.
That's a Pearl Bodine original. You won't never see another dress like that, no place.
I believe you.
It is absolutely fabulous.
Run upstairs and try it on.
Oh, yes, sir, Pop.
Pretty, ain't it?
Oh, it's absolutely fabulous. That Pearl is a genius.
I'm glad to hear you say that, Miss Jane, 'cause Pearl sent you something, too.
A dress?
No, but it's a Pearl Bodine original. It's a hat. Here it is.
Ain't that a world beater?
Pearl kept it simple so you could wear it to the bank.
And she will. She will.
I don't know what to say.
Right on, Miss Jane.
Yeah, let's see what it does for you.
Oh, well, my hair's
Oh,
from
now, come on, give us a treat.
Ride's a little low, don't you think, Granny?
Well, Pearl didn't know her size, but she can pad it out with tissue paper.
Well, it is lovely. I'll write Pearl a note and thank her.
You know, Mr. Drysdale, Pearl has never made nothing for me.
Oh, what a shame.
Until now. She has took up making hand-painted neckties. One for you, Mr. Drysdale. And one for you, Chet.
Doggies. Did Pearl paint this?
She sure did. Free hand. No tracing or nothing. And you don't have to worry about getting caught in the rain. That is genuine outdoor barn paint.
Well, she shouldn't have done it.
Pearl has a favor to ask of you.
She has?
Well, you see, she's right anxious to know how city folks takes to these. And she'd like it a heap if you'd wear yours to the bank.
Oh, you will.
Will you?
Granny, you're embarrassing Mr. Drysdale to ask him a question like that. He's our friend and our neighbor. You know he'll do it.
Sure, of course. Well, Miss Hathaway, we'd better be going.
Oh, just a minute. I got another present I brung you. I picked it out myself. It's for your office.
Souvenir. Snyder Swamp.
That's the big health resort back in our neck of the woods.
Folks come from miles around to take the cure.
Cure for what?
You know, Jed?
No, but it must work. Nobody ever comes back.
Well, thanks again for these lovely gifts.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Glad you like them. Don't you want to see what else I brought from home?
Another time, Granny.
Oh, would you leave the door open, Miss Jane? I gotta ask Granny where she wants her sorghum.
Is that thing full of sorghum?
Oh, yes, sir. 60 gallons.
It must weigh a ton.
Oh, no, ma'am. Only 600 or 700 pounds, but it's kind of clumsy. And I'm pooped from pushing that truck.
There it is, Dad. A telephone.
Granny, we got telephones all over the house.
Not like this, and you ain't. Looky here.
Granny, where do you want your sorghum?
All it oak. Not only is it built better, but with these new phones, you don't have to dial. All you do is turn the crank, lift up the receiver, and say, hello, Central, give me so-and-so. I never knowed anything could be so much enjoyment. Why, back to Pearls, I used to spend 10 to 12 hours a day on this thing.
That's a heap of talking.
I was listening. It's what you call a party line.
Jethro, what are you doing?
Get up from there, boy.
Yeah, that's my sorghum barrel you're playing with.
If that thing was to bust open, we'd have an awful mess.
If you want to do something, connect up my new telephone.
Jethro do that?
He took it down at Pearl's.
How do y'all like my party dress?
Oh, ain't you pretty?
What Pearl can do with a needle and thread just ain't to be believed.
We gotta have a party so Ellie can wear it.
Quick as I get my new telephone connected, I'll invite everybody on the line.
You hear that, boy? Hurry up. I thought I told you to get up from there. Come on your feet.
Looky that. He's done wore himself out playing with that heavy barrel.
Gonna be tuckered out after pushing a truck 50 miles on the freeway?
Well, we stayed pretty much in the slow lane. Okay. All right, no more playing. Take that barrel around back and connect up my telephone.
Oh, Granny, I'm plumb spent. I can't move a muscle till I have some victuals.
Well, come on, Jethro. I'll make you a meatloaf.
Never mind, Ellie. I just got my second wind.
Granny?
Ain't talking to nobody.
Well, who are you listening to?
Ain't listening to nobody neither. Jethro still ain't got me connected up yet. Run outside, see
Good news, Granny. Jethro's up the pole, and he says that... You ain't cooking, are you, Ellie?
Oh, I'm fixing to, Paul. I figured I'd bake up a cake for the party.
Well, instead of that, why don't you run out to where Jethro's sitting on top of that pole?
Well, what for?
Well, I don't want no terrible accident to happen.
Oh, don't you worry, Paul. I won't let him fall off that pole.
That ain't the accident I had in mind.
Where am I going to come in hearing something?
Any minute, Granny. You know, there's a heap of wires up on that pole for Jethro to choose from. How you coming, boy?
Fine, Uncle Jed. Granny's gonna have plenty to listen to. These old telephone wires is humming like a swarm of bees.
Granny, I don't know what you heard, but it must have been an earful.
Granny.
Excuse me, Chief.
Just a minute.
Now, look, Margaret, I don't care how long the electricity has been off. I can't fix it. Call the power and light. My wife says the whole neighborhood is... Get that nightmare off your head.
Clampetts are on their way up.
What? Oh, my time. Put mine on. Here. Can we come in? Well, look who's here. We were just admiring our beautiful gifts.
Well, we're glad you like it.
Oh, now, what can we do for you?
Well, it seems that Granny here come back from the hills with a powerful hankering to have herself a party line telephone.
A what?
A party line telephone.
Party line telephone?
Jed, ask him about the party line telephone.
I just did, Granny.
Hey,
Yeah, I just did.
did what?
Ask him about the party line telephone.
Well, if you won't do it, I guess I'll have to. I'd like to have a party line telephone.
Has something gone wrong with Granny's hearing?
Yes, ma'am. You see, Pearl give Granny her telephone, but Jethro must have hooked it up wrong because it blowed up in Granny's ear.
Dad, tell him what happened to Pearl's telephone.
I just did.
Eh?
I say, I just did.
Did what?
Tell him what happened to Pearl's telephone.
You see, Pearl give me her telephone, but Jethro must have connected it up wrong, because every time...
Granny, I told him.
Eh?
Mr. Clamp, explain to us what happened with Pearl's telephone.
That's it. That's what I want. Can you get me one?
It's your pleasure a heap.
Well, I'll do my best.
What'd you say?
He said he'd do his best.
Eh?
Best.
Yeah. Looks real nice with Pearl's top. But what about the telephone?
He'll do it. Okay.
I'll do my...
Good. Thank you, Mr. Drysdale. And I'd like about 10 or 12 parties on the line. And see if you can get me Pearl's old ring. 3 shorts and a long.
Thanks again.
Chief, this is Beverly Hills. You'll never...
Oh, connect me with the telephone business office, please.
This is the home of private phones and unlisted numbers. You'll never get the Clampetts a party line.
Don't worry. The right threat can accomplish miracles.
You're going to threaten the telephone company?
No, I'm going to threaten you. Get them a party line or you're fired.
Hello?
That's a nice little walk down to the bank and back. We ought to do more of that, don't you think?
You know, Dad, that's a nice little walk down to the bank and back. I think the exercise helped my hearing.
Yeah.
Eh?
I should have known better than to depend on you.
But Chief,
What am I going to tell the Clampetts when they want to know why? There they are. Your hat. Where's your hat?
Oh, it's in there.
Come in. Come in. I was just admiring this beautiful pillow. Can't wait to get to Snyder's Swamp.
Well, I won't hold you up long.
Who are you?
Well, I'm Mr. Kramer with the telephone company. The business office says you requested a party line.
Well, not for me. It's for this eccentric little lady.
Oh. I understand you want a party line.
No. She's not the one either. I'm talking about a real oddball character.
I see. But in any event, I have come to explain that the telephone company is unable to grant your request.
Baloney.
I beg your pardon?
It's no longer a request. It's a demand.
Demand?
Yes, my bank does a lot of business with the telephone company. Now, either you give the Clampetts a party line or you're going to lose a good customer. Now, drop that in your coin box and see what number you get.
Y'all wait right here while I go fetch Mr. Drysdale. And Granny, I'd be much obliged if you'd stop your belly aching. Seems to me we got a whole heap to be grateful for tonight.
Name me something.
Well, Mr. Drysdale taking us all out to supper.
Yeah, we won't have to eat Ellie's cooking.
And Jethro's got the truck running again. You got your hearing back?
What good is it? I ain't got no party line to listen to.
Granny, don't you be throwing that up to Mr. Drysdale. He done his best. He went right to the wall for you. Don't you mean-mouth him no more.
Mr. Drysdale, he don't know nothing.
Mr. Drysdale, we ready to go to supper?
Oh, good. I'll have Miss Hathaway check our reservations.
Well, I didn't see her in her office.
Well, she's filling in on the switchboard.
Oh. Well, we sure do want to thank you for the scrap you put up over Granny's party line.
My pleasure. I showed the telephone company they can't push Milburn Drysdale around. Hello? Miss Hathaway?
Yes, Chief? Hello, Chief? Oh, there you are, Chief. Yes, what is it?
Check my dinner reservation.
Yes, sir. Hold the hose, please.
Great little system. Saves a bundle. The only thing we haven't licked is long distance.
Maybe she does use cement. Hello? Granny speaking. Oh, howdy, Miss Jane. How are you?
Fine, Granny. We've just received a telegram addressed to Ellie Mae Clampett in care of the bank. Shall I send it over?
No. Open it and read it to me. I've been waiting for that.
It's from the Savory Soup Company, and it says, oh, there must be some mistake. It says that Ellie Mae has won a cooking contest.
No, that ain't no mistake. I knowed Ellie would win that contest because I made the soup myself. Well, yeah, I reckon it is cheating a little, but I'm desperate to get this girl a husband, and winning that contest can do it.
Well, I sympathize with you, Granny, but won't Mr. Clampett object?
Of course he will. Getting him to swallow this will take a heap of sugar coating, but I'll have to call you back, Miss Jane. John Barrymore just walked in.
You see?
No, it ain't John Barrymore. It's Milton Sills. You're too young for Milton. Why, Jed Clampett, you handsome rascal.
Have you gotten into your rheumatism medicine?
Kid, I was only funning. But you are an uncommon handsome man. I often wondered how you stay single. But I reckon it's because Ellie Mae ain't married yet.
Granny, are you fixing to tell me something?
Not while you got that axe in your hand, I ain't. Jed, before I tell you, I want you to promise not to use no bad words on me.
Well, I wouldn't do that.
Well, Ellie Mae has done won first prize in a cooking contest.
How?
That's a bad word. You broke your promise to me.
How could Ellie Mae win first prize in a cooking contest? That girl can't boil water.
She didn't win it for water. She won it for soup.
Soup?
Well, this company was looking for a new soup, and Ellie won it with Snyder's Surprise.
Now, Granny, you're the only one in this family can cook Snyder's Surprise.
Jed, what difference does it make? The winner will be on TV and get her pictures in the paper. And the men will be flocking around this place like crows in a corn husking.
Granny, it ain't honest.
Jed, I knew you'd be unreasonable.
Now, hold on. There's right and there's wrong, and this is wrong. Now, you get on that phone and call that soup company, and I'll tell Ellie Mae she's pulling out of the contest.
No, Jed. Don't do it, I'm warning you. It'll be a terrible shock to her. There's no telling what she might say.
I'm sorry, but Ellie Mae, you are pulling out of the cooking contest.
What cooking contest?
See, I warned you there's no telling what she might say.
What y'all talking about?
Never mind, Ellie, you've had a terrible shock. Now run along.
Yes, Granny.
No, stay here, Ellie. I want you to know what your granny's been up to.
Well, what, Granny?
I've been up to trying to get you a husband, that's what.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
Well, never mind, Ellie. Run along like your granny said. I'll straighten this out with her.
Well, I sure hope you're gonna let her get them fellas for me.
Run on now. Now, Granny.
No! There it goes again. That terrible stabbing pain. I ain't long for this world, Jed.
You ain't, huh?
No. And I sure would like to see my granddaughter married before I go to my reward.
Slipping fast, are you?
Yeah. Everything's turning dark.
How long you think you got?
Not long, Jed. Not long.
Then get on the phone and call that soup company.
Jed, don't you want to see your daughter married?
Of course I do.
Well, that sweet innocent child don't know how to trap a husband. I got a heifer.
But it ain't right trapping him with your bait.
Everything is done past the prime marrying age. We're dealing with a middle-aged woman.
I thought she was a sweet, innocent child.
Naturally. You're her father.
You call that soup company.
It's terrible to be an old woman. Nobody loves you. Folks all yell at you.
Stop feeling sorry for yourself.
I'm talking about Ellen. The Savory Soup Company.
This isn't the Savory Soup Company. Granny, is that you?
This is Granny. I just want to tell you that Ellie Mae Clampett can't win that contest because she didn't make Snyder's surprise I did. Thank you. Goodbye.
What was that? Hello?
Granny, you done the right thing.
I think I did, too.
Granny, a fella just called me and said he was coming over to see me. Said he was from the Savory Soup Company.
Where's your paw?
Out front. Want me to go tell him?
No. I'll handle your paw.
Well, want to go and make some more donuts?
No. Oh, don't do that.
Well, Granny's going to expect something. Well, he just bragged about my cooking to beat the band.
Yeah. Well, we'll wade that creek when we get to it. Now, you go upstairs and take a nice hot lye soap bath and put on that dress I laid out for you whilst I get shed of your paw.
Well, why do you want to do that, Granny? Don't Pa want me to meet fellas and get spoke for and married up and all?
Of course he does, darling. It's just that men don't know how to manage things like this. You just trust your old granny.
I do, Granny.
I declare you are getting handsomer every minute.
All right, Granny, what are you up to this time?
Well, I'll be honest with you, Jed. There is something you can do for me, long as you're sitting down here with your gun and your dog.
What's that?
Shoot me some fresh bear meat.
In Beverly Hills?
Oh, no, I think you'd have to range out a little ways. Say to Utah.
Granny, I am staying right here.
That high-spirited animal can't be held back. He's got to go hunting or have a fit.
Granny, it'll get you off our backs. Duke and me'll see can we jump you a few rabbits.
Not cottontails, Jed. Fetch me some jackrabbits. Them big rascals. Mountain jacks. The kind you have to find way back in the high country.
I don't like this, Miss Hathaway. I don't like it at all. Using this bank as a mail drop to fraudulently win a cooking contest. Oh, I'm very angry with you.
Chief, I told you Granny did it. Well, why yell at me?
You don't think I'm crazy enough to yell at her, do you?
But, Chief, I'm sure Granny doesn't think she did anything fraudulent. She only...
Well, she did. And that's what this is. Out-and-out fraud. Granny cooked the soup. Ellie Mae won the... Does any money come with this?
No, just publicity.
Out-and-out fraud. And I will not let the bank get involved. Granny's got to be told in no uncertain terms to confess the truth, or I'll blow this contest wide open.
Chief, I'm sure you're going to make me tell her. Now, why are you putting your hat on?
Well, someone has to drive the getaway car.
How do you do? Is this a home of Ellie Mae Clampett?
You mean the rich, beautiful, young, unmarried girl that won the cooking contest with Snyder's surprise soup?
Yes.
No, this ain't her home.
It isn't?
It belongs to her pa. But she lives here. Come in.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Ellie's granny.
Well, I'm Stafford Clark of Savory Soup. This gentleman represents our advertising company.
Roger Dickaback. Dickaback, Breedlove, Burnett, Henderson, Postal Way, Johnson, North Cross, and Wesson.
By the time they call you for supper, you've done missed it.
That's my company name.
Well, excuse me if I treat you like family, because I'll never remember.
May we meet your granddaughter?
You mean the rich, beautiful, young, unmarried girl that won the contest?
Yes.
Follow me. She's out in the kitchen, as always. Just loves to cook, that young'un.
Say, how do you feel this? Young, wealthy girl, loves to cook, spends all of her time in the kitchen. Well, what's the catch?
I'm afraid we'll find out when we see her. You mean she's got to be a real beetle?
It's a good thing I warned you. She sure is a sight, ain't she?
Roger, let's remember why we're here. Miss Clampett, I want to congratulate you for cooking the best shape soup.
Ellie, this is Mr. Clark.
Well, howdy.
You do.
And this fella's name is Roger. I can't recollect the rest of it.
Dickerback, how do you do?
Howdy.
Tell her your company name.
Dickerback, Breedlove, Burnett, Henderson, Postal Way, Johnson, North Cross, and Wesson.
How would you like to carve his headstone?
Miss Clampett, I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you that I think that Snyder's Surprise is the most unusual and the most delicious soup I ever tasted.
Well, I like it, too.
Could you tell us how it's made?
I can't.
Well, what she means is she can't tell you. But if you put her on television, she can show you.
Why, that's an excellent idea.
Granny, I ain't never...
Been on television, I know, honey. But I'll be right there, handing you things, helping you. That's all right with you, ain't it?
Well, I think I would prefer to use our own home economist, Sally Savory. Oh, she can help you.
Well, Granny's the only one that's ever made Snyder's Surprise.
What?
What she means is it's a family secret. Handed down, word of mouth. Now, could your Miss Savory stand there and hand Ellie a dab of this and a smidgen of that and a touch of something?
Well, I hardly think so.
Well, there you are. She needs me.
You ain't just a woofing, Granny.
What do you think, Roger?
Well, it might have commercial potential. Old family recipe kept secret for generations. Finally revealed to savory soup.
And we give it to the world.
Right.
Now, young lady, it looks to me like you're going to be on television.
Well, first of all, of course, you'll have to sign these releases and authorizations. She is 21.
She ain't no such thing. Why, that sweet child is just barely past 14.
14?
Oh, give or take a year or two.
Oh, well, I'm afraid then these papers will have to be signed by her mother and father.
Well, I ain't got no ma, and my pa ain't here neither. He's done gone to the high country.
Ain't that pitiful, poor child? I'll sign the papers.
He'll be coming back, though.
Who will?
My pa.
Ain't that pitiful? Give me the pen.
He's just out hunting with my cousin Jethro.
Nobody tells me nothing around here.
I think we'd better wait and get Mr. Clampett's signature.
There he is now. I'll have him sign him and fetch the papers back to you.
Oh, under the circumstances, I think we better witness this signature.
You better come with me, Ellie. That front door's awful hard to open.
Well, Chief, we tried. I guess they're not home. Move over.
Get back there, you coward.
Mr. Drysdale, you're just the fella I'm looking for.
Stop her, Miss Hathaway. Save me.
What are you scared of? All I want's a little favor.
Oh, well, what is it?
Come out to the kitchen, pretend you're Jed, and sign his name to some paper.
Wait, you want me to impersonate Mr. Clampett and forge his signature?
That's all. Come on.
Now, wait a minute. I can't do that.
You got to. It's the only way I can get Ellie on the television and get her a husband.
I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Are you refusing to do me one little old favor?
Well, yes.
Granny, he could be sent to prison.
No. If he ain't gonna do it as a favor, I Ain't gonna force him. Just go to the kitchen and tell them fellers to forget about it. Ellie and me will commence packing. I promised myself if I didn't get Ellie a husband this time, we were going back home for good.
No, wait.
4 years in Beverly Hills is enough. Yes, quick as fish fry.
But, Granny...
Just get Jed's money bailed. We'll be leaving first thing in the morning.
Spot. Go to prison for forgery or give up $60 million.
I'm sorry, Chief. I wish there was some way I could help. Chief, don't look at me like that. No, Chief, wait.
Relax. Your job will be waiting for you when you get out.
Well, gentlemen, I find these papers in order. I'm certain that I can persuade Mr. Clampett to sign them. That's wonderful, Mr. Drysdale. Oh, glad to do it, glad to do it. J.D. Clampett has a lot of money in my bank, and I feel sure that it's going to make him feel good to know that he's doing business with fellow depositors.
But, Mr. Drysdale, I don't believe my company has an account with your bank.
Neither is my ad agency.
Really? Oh, my, that does present a problem. Oh, yes, very clannish, these Hill people. They like to feel that there's a sort of bond, you know. Well, it's too bad. It could have been a great campaign.
Well, now, wait. Maybe I can get my company to open a small commercial account if I put on the pressure.
Me too. Gentlemen, you're using a word I don't like.
Pressure?
No, small.
How's the medium?
Try again.
Substantial?
Keep going.
Large?
You've just made Mr. Clampett a very happy man. Come in, J.D. We're waiting for your signature, Mr. Clampett. It's all right, they're fellow depositors. A very bashful man, excuse me. So, if you got your hair cut, you could hear better. Here's Mr. Clark and Mr. Dickback.
Well, I'm happy to meet you, Mr. Clampett.
Mr. Clampett, you've got to stop taking these long hunting trips. Why, you're down to skin and bone.
Mr. Clampett, I'm sure you're going to be very happy to know that both my own soup company and Mr. Dickerback's ad agency are opening substantial accounts at Mr. Drysdale's bank.
What kind?
Right.
Sign here, J.D.
Not until you promise to give that there fine, upstanding, efficient, hard-working secretary of yours a raise.
What?
I don't think it's high time she was getting in on that there pension and profit-sharing plan, too.
I'll take it up with her later. You can count on that.
Just have your promise now, in front of these here witnesses.
Okay, I promise. A substantial raise.
What kind?
Large.
Large raise, pension, and profit-sharing.
And I'll throw in hospitalization. She's going to need it.
Well, gee whiz, Granny, do we have to go back home?
You want a husband, don't you?
Well, sure, but...
Well, you ain't gonna get one out here. We've been yelling suey for 4 years. Ain't got a hog to the trough yet.
Granny, you won't have to leave. Everything is all set.
Mr. Clampett just signed the papers.
Ellie Mae's going to be the savory soup girl.
We'll be back in a couple of hours for a taping session.
The raise is $10 a week. Make that 15. 15! All right, let's say 12 and a half. Hi.
Well, don't let this gun scare you. I just been out jumping a few jacks. You from back home? Kinfolk? Must be from Granny's side of the family. I figure you got her framed. You sure ain't got her mouth.
Now, don't you worry, child. I'm going to see that everything...
Oh, Paul, thank you for signing them papers.
Oh, Jed, you did sign the papers. I thought that maybe Mr. Drysdale. Who'd that goomer?
He your kin?
I ain't never seen him before.
And now, young lady, I'm going to Mexico. Goodbye, everybody.
Chief, I am not going to face this alone.
Miss Hathaway, what is the meaning of this masquerade?
Oh, come now.
Doggies it is, Miss Jean.
Miss Hathaway, I demand a full explanation of your behavior. Have it on my desk when I return from Mexico.
Drysdale?
Yes?
Seems to me that there's more than one fox here with feathers on his mouth. Supposing we all sit down at the table and give all the chickens a chance to cackle.
All right, Granny, can we see you at the kettle, please? That's it, right there. That's good. All right, Granny. Are you ready?
Howdy, all you folks out there in television land. I'm fixing to show you how I make Snyder's surprise soup. It's named after Snyder Swamp back home, 'cause it's made from all the critters who live there. First, you start with a good, rich gator stuff. I reckon some of you city folks calls it alligator. But back home, we don't use the Ellie.
Did you call me, Granny?
Bless my soul. If it ain't my rich, beautiful, young, unmarried granddaughter, Ellie Mae Clampetts.
Smile?
Look at that smile. Ain't a tooth in her head needed.
I might have known.
I reckon she's gonna have a swim in the cement pond just to cool off from all that work in the kitchen. Just loves to cook, that girl.
Say he's touched it.
Yes. This is a pecan twirl with kumquat icing. On his last birthday, Jethro ate one of these in 2 minutes flat. Candles and all. And they were still burning.
Granny, I wouldn't get excited about it. There must be some reason.
Paul! Better come see to Jethro. He's out by the cement pond spouting love poems.
You see, Granny, that explains the cake. The boy's got himself a sweetie. Now, there's no call to get excited.
But, Paul, you ain't seen who his sweetie is.
How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth, height my soul can reach. Oh, yes, sir, Uncle Jed.
Ain't nothing wrong with a boy liking his dogs, but don't you think he might rather have a nice bone?
Oh, that's my girlfriend, Susie.
Maybe you and me better have that long talk.
Daddy, Susie? I'm just practicing what I'm going to say to Susie.
Oh, you got yourself a girlfriend, huh?
Yeah, we's going to be married. Live in a vine-covered cottage and have scans of kids and live happy ever after. I can work out just one problem.
What's that?
She hates me.
Well, that is a problem.
But she's got everything. Beautiful face, great figure, works at a drive-in restaurant. Boy, when she comes at me with a plate of hamburgers and French fries, my heart just goes to beating like a hammer. When she gets near and I see them little dabs of ketchup on her apron, smell that pickle relish on her fingers, that pretty near drives me mad.
Well, I reckon there's all kinds of love.
Oh, it's a real thing, Uncle Jim. I can beat it right here.
You sure that ain't indigestion?
No. But you got to give me some advice on court. I must have ate 300 hamburgers in the last week, and she ain't even give me a smile.
Well, boy, I'd sure like to help. But it's been a long while since I fished in them kind of waters, and times have changed.
What do you mean?
Well, I always say if you want to know what kind of bait they're biting on, ask the fella that's catching his limit.
Uncle Jed, I don't think you and me is talking about the same thing.
You ought to ask a ladies' man for advice.
Well, I don't know nothing. Unless it's Dash Riprock or them other movie stars.
Now you got yourself an ID.
You mean Dash?
He's got himself a string full.
Yeah. Hot dog, look at this place.
Never mind, Jethro. Let's get right down to business. I'm expecting a friend. We can talk while I'm getting ready. Now, you say you want to learn how to make a hit with this girl.
Oh, no, sir. I want to marry her.
Well, first thing you've got to do is get a date. You know how to ask for one?
Well, how about, hey, let's you and me go out spooning.
Oh, no, Jethro. There's a better way. Try something like, let's make this our evening to remember.
I see. Let me try. Let's make this our evening to remember. How about that, huh?
Jethro, I was putting on cologne.
Boy, you sure do smell good.
Jethro, I don't think I'm the kind of teacher you need.
Oh, come on, Dash. Why, you don't have to teach me. Just show me how you'd court a girl.
Well, all right. We'd probably start with a candlelight dinner for two and a little romantic atmosphere. Drapes closed. Soft music. Yeah. Flames lit.
Dog! Is that the way you cook the candlelight dinner for two?
No. Then we'd sit on the sofa. I'd put my arm around her, turn to her and say...
Hey, wait. Don't tell me. I know this part. You say, how do I love thee? Now let me softer the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach.
Oh, howdy, Miss Jane. Come in. Good to see you.
Mr. Clampett, I have most distressing news. Jethro just called to tell us that he's purchasing a flashy new convertible.
I know. I told him to call you in case there's any papers he needs signed.
But did you know he's taking love lessons from Dash Riprock?
Yes, ma'am.
But Mr. Clampett, Dash Riprock is a notorious rake, roue, and libertine. Before you know it, Jethro will be just like him.
Well, it's a lot to hope for, but the boy does catch on to things fast.
Hi, Miss Hathaway.
No! Don't touch me, you fiend. You may have all the other women in the world. But you shall never have me.
Hi there, Dash. How are you?
Hi, Mr. Clampett. You know that Miss Hathaway is a real ding-a-ling.
But just between us, she's kind of took with you, too. So you come over to see Ellie Mae, have you?
Well, yes, sir. I was hoping she'd like to go out on a double date with me.
Double date? Well, I don't hardly think she'd want to be sharing you with another girl.
No, sir. Double date with another couple. Jethro was going to ask Susie, and he wondered if I'd like to go along.
Oh, well, we're much obliged for the way you happened the boy.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Mr. Clampett. I hope you don't mind my advising him to get a nice convertible for dates. Jethro needs to project an image of worldliness, savoir-faire, sophistication.
Well, here she is, Uncle Jen. Ain't it a beauty? I'm going right over and ask Susie for a date.
You didn't trade a truck on this thing, did you?
Oh, no, sir. What a deal I made. $75, just as she says.
Don't believe it.
Heck, all the chrome stuff on it's worth that.
It sure is a lot of it. What do you call that color?
Passionate purple. Look out, Susie. Here I come.
Engine fell out.
Jethro, unless you get this thing fixed, you ain't gonna have time to see Susie about a date.
Ellie Mae fixed it, Uncle Jed. I'm going right over and ask Susie now.
You know what to say, do you?
Oh, yeah, Dash told me. Got it all wrote down, right here. Listen to her purr.
Well, it ain't gonna purr along without thee.
Hey, Susie. It's me, Jethro.
Oh, it's you.
Notice anything different about me?
Yeah, you're not eating.
No, I mean my new car. Ain't it something?
Sure. But what?
It's my Hollywood wolf wagon. I bet you never seen anything like this before.
No, I've never seen anything like you before.
Oh, shucks.
Look, I'm busy. What's your order?
You?
Oh, forget it, Buster. You want the usual 6 hamburgers or not?
No, I better check the notes. Let's make this our evening to remember.
Go jump in the lake.
I'll be looking forward to it. It's the last time I'll ever listen to anything Dash Riprock tells me.
You know Dash Riprock? The movie star?
Oh, yeah, he's the one you and me were supposed to double date with tonight.
Really?
Yeah, we was going to a drive-in movie.
Jethro, try me again.
Again? You mean the part about making this our evening to remember?
I'd love to.
Hot dog! I must have read my notes wrong. See you later. Hey, Susie, how about some popcorn?
Jethro, is this the only movie you could find?
Here comes the swamp monster. What happened to the sound?
I bet through the speaker cord.
Jethro, let's go get a drink of water. Oh, I already had 6 orange drinks, Dash. I ain't thirsty.
I am. Come on.
Jethro, will you forget about food? Start doing some good with Susie?
Oh, I'm waiting for the love scenes, Dash. Like you told me.
Love scenes? In this movie?
Yeah. In the end, the swamp monster falls in love with the giant squid.
Well, don't wait for that. As soon as you can, put your arms around her and say some of the things I told you.
Gotcha, Dash. Susie? Could we get a drink of water? Boy, I thought I'd never get them horns to stop.
All right, Jethro. This time, do like I told you and try not to lean on anything, including Susie.
Right, Dash.
And when we get back, put the top up. She may feel self-conscious in that open car.
Right.
Golly, Dash, watching them lizards fighting sure got everybody here in a mean mood.
What do you mean, Ellie?
Well, nobody's watching the picture no more. They's all wrestling.
Jethro's gonna put the top up.
Yeah, so you won't feel
you won't feel cold.
Oh, I'm not cold, Dash.
I'll have it up in a minute. It's a power top. It's stuck. I'll have it down in a minute. I'll fix it right now.
Hurry up, Jethro. The swamp monster's coming back.
I'll have it in a minute.
Hope so.
Dash, can we go get another drink of water? Gosh, Dash, things ain't working out too good.
No kidding. Well, we might as well get out of this place. I know a spot up on Mulholland Drive with a great view. Maybe you'll have better luck there.
Boy, I hope so. Susie's getting to like the swamp monster better than me. Hey, what do you say we get out of this place?
Oh, I'm for that.
I know a spot up on Mulholland Drive.
Well,
Take it easy. It's going to mean crawling under the car and getting all greasy and ruining some good clothes, but don't you worry. Ellie will fix it.
Granny, I wish you'd come inside.
Where are they, Jed?
Well, maybe it's one of them, what you call double features.
Till 4 in the morning?
Hold on, Granny. Here they come now.
Boy, your old car sure made a mess of our double date.
Oh, quit complaining, Ellie. Got us home, didn't it?
Oh, howdy there, Dash.
Morning, Mr. Clampett. Did Jethro and Ellie Mae get home all right last night?
Oh, yeah. What you got there?
Well, this is Jethro's drive shaft. I found it on the ground after they towed him away.
Oh, too bad about last night. Car took the wind out of the boy's sails.
Really down in the dumps, huh?
If he was any lower, he could walk under a bench with his hat on.
Well, I'll have a talk with him.
How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach.
You reading poetry to Susie again?
Not Susie, Duke.
Duke?
Yeah. I'm through with women. Dogs is man's best friend. Oh, hi, Dash.
I wouldn't give up on Susie so soon, Jethro. I think your car was most of the trouble.
Yeah, well, it ain't gonna be no more. Yonder she sits, squashed into one big hunk.
That's your car?
Yes, sir. I hauled it down to the junkyard and had them bail it.
Well, what'd you do that for?
Well, I knew it weren't no good, Uncle Jed, but I just couldn't bear to part with it.
Cheer up, Jethro. We can still figure out a way for you to make a hit with Susie.
Well, I don't think so, Dash. I can't even make a hit with Duke.
You know, when I was courting, I always done best when I took the girl out someplace extra special. Like, up to watch the bats fly out of Carson's cave at sundown.
Oh, shucks. I'd do all right, though, if I had a pad like Dash's to ask a girl up to.
Okay, you've got it.
I do?
You sure, Dash?
Well, sure. I got a date with Ellie Mae tonight. He can have it all evening.
Hot dog! I'll go out and ask Susie right now.
Watch out for that! Jethro may not be the smartest date that girl ever has, but he'll sure be the cleanest.
Come in, beautiful. Come in, beautiful. Come in, beautiful.
Jethro?
Howdy. I mean, come in, beautiful.
This is Dash Riprock's apartment.
Yeah. Gee, I never thought I'd get a date with you after last night.
Neither did I.
Huh?
Nothing. Do you think Dash might show up later on?
We're all alone.
Oh, well. Just wait till the girls hear that I was in Dash's apartment. What is that smell?
It's cologne. Picked it out myself. It's called Kissing the Lilacs.
Jethro, that's a perfume for women.
I know. You're a woman. That's why I throw it on an extra lot. Would you like a drink?
Sure.
Ice water right out of the tap.
Well, this is a surprise, Ellie. I thought we'd be going out tonight.
Well, you ain't even had the surprise yet, Dash. Close your eyes. Now, sit down and let me hold your hand. Here it comes. Taffy.
Taffy?
Yeah, pull it. Now we're gonna have some real fun.
Oh, boy.
I'll get it, Granny.
Now, but I could stand by no longer. I must rescue Jethro from the tainted tutelage of that despicable Dash Riprock.
Jethro ain't here, Miss Jean.
No, he's over to Dash's apartment.
On-the-job training, I suppose. Wait until I see Dash.
Dash is in the parlor with Ellie.
You left them alone!
Let go, Dash. Let go.
I can't, Ellie. I'm stuck on you.
Hand that child! And now to rescue Jethro!
You know that Miss Hathaway is a real ding-a-ling.
She give Dash a clock upside of the head.
Mind me not to invite her to a taffy pull.
You'd appear right worked up over it.
Are you sure you wouldn't like to sit on the sofa?
Oh, no, thanks, Jethro. I really ought to be going now. It's been a real thrill. Gee, thanks for everything.
Hey, wait, don't go. We can watch TV.
Oh, is there a Dash Rip Rock picture on?
I'll see.
Oh.
We can watch for a while, and by then our candlelight gourmet supper for two will be ready. Susie?
Oh, no. No more of that.
Hey, wait!
No, I really have to go, Jethro. Thanks for everything.
Hey, but we ain't had our candlelight gourmet supper for two yet. Wait, I'll get it. Look, just special for you. I know you're gonna like it. Look, 3 dozen hamburgers. Heck, Far. I didn't get a chance to dim the lights or turn on the music or light the flames. It's a shame to waste all these hamburgers. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to sit down and drown my sorrow.
Jethro! I'm here to save you. Save me from what? The influence of Dash Rip Rock.
Oh, shucks. I didn't get a chance to use any of the things Dash showed me.
What things?
Well, lots of stuff. You want some of these hamburgers?
Show me. What things?
Miss Jane, you're too nice a girl. I mean, you're not the type
Jethro, show me.
Well, first, you got to go sit on the sofa.
Yes, then what?
Well, then I'm supposed to sit down, sneak my hand over, and turn on the music.
Yes?
Boy, them hamburgers sure smell good.
What next?
Then I'm supposed to dim the lights.
Yes?
Then I'm supposed to say, "You're beautiful, but ravishing."
Yes.
And then I'm supposed to say,
Jethro, this is maddening.
I know. I can't stand it no longer.
Oh, me neither.
Good. Let's get out them hamburgers.